Hi guys, Banchard here. Welcome to this video showcasing the Shadow Gear. It's been a long time coming actually. A lot of people have been asking about the Shadow Gear. The work towards the long-term goal of every single CherryTree player, this should be. So I'm going to take you through what it looks like. First of all, we're just going to do a little bit of, let's do a showcase of what they look like here. So there's the Shadow boots there. As you can see, you can pretty much wear the Shadow Gear whether you're doing melee or whether you're doing archery. We've got the attack bonus, strength bonus there, 500 each, defense 2,000, health 6,000. That's a decent health. And we've got the archery damage and the crit. Now, let me just compare that. So if I go, for example, have a look at the Soul Reaper boots. So the health bonus to the Soul Reaper boots is 4.5, whereas the Shadow Gear is 6,000. Your attack and your strength, it was 500 each for the Shadow boots, and it's only 400 for the Soul Reaper. So if I go to enhance Soul Reaper, it's pretty much the same. No difference there. Let me have a double check that. Yeah, it's exactly the same for the enhanced Soul Reaper. So if I go for the best archery gear, which is my Canosium boots, you can see I've got a defense of 1.5, health 4.5. Archery damage is 350 with your crit 2%, but with your Shadow boots, your crit's 5%, your damage is instead of 350, 600. It's kind of like, you know, an absolutely overpowered, buffed version of the top equipment for archery and for melee, really. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to have a look at is we're going to have a look at two things. So first of all, let's have a look at the Staff of the Shadows. Now, this is huge. Just look at those stats, guys. Oh my goodness. 12,000 attack, 15,000 strength. So there's your damage bonus there on your strength. Your defense is 10,000. Your health is 15,000. So if you wanted to use the melee stance, then you would be equipping the Staff of the Shadows. Now, the best thing, now there's a couple of things we're going to test this to see. The Sword of Friendship, now the stats are a lot less, but the Sword of Friendship does damage based on how many friends you have. So there's a big increase there. Then we also have the, there it is, the Soul Reaper Sword. So reasonably high stats there, obviously not as high as the staff, but you got your health bonus there, and you can enhance that. And you've got this one here, the Scythe of Noctera Enhanced. So the Scythe of Noctera Enhanced is huge. Okay, 9,000, 13,000, 7,500, and 20,000. Now, when I compare that, it's got more health than the Staff of the Shadows. And let me actually do a side-by-side comparison. So your attack bonus is 9,000, your attack bonus is 12,000. So more attack for the Staff of the Shadows. Staff of the Shadows has 15,000 strength, the Scythe has 13,000. So the Staff of the Shadows is still better than the Noctera E3 for strength, which is the damage bonus. Defense is 7,500 there, defense is 10,000 there. So the only thing that it has on the Staff of the Shadows is the health bonus. Okay, so let us have a look also at the bow, wherever the bow, I always get this wrong. This is the unstrung bow. Where's the actual bow? And I'll talk you through some of the damage for archery, if you're going to use the archery stance. So there's your Canosium bow E5. Your speed is 0.8 seconds. And the Bow of the Shadows is 0.7. Accuracy 100%, but the accuracy also of the Shadow Bow is 100%. Your damage bonus is 7,000 with your 40% crit. Now the Shadows has 10,000 damage bonus, but your 50% crit. Okay, so that's the comparison there. Let's see how it works with the damage. So currently I'm trying not to show the double damage stuff. So I've got my Shield of Amaranth on just for a bit of health. And I've got my cog wings on. I probably should put my ultra completion cape so you can see. Got a full enhanced Soul Reaper set, okay? Currently using, except I'm using the Friendship Sword instead of the Soul Reaper Sword. I don't think you can enhance the Soul Reaper Sword, actually. No, you can't. Okay, maybe one for the future. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to test it in a number of places. Actually, you know what? I've just changed my mind. I'm going to change the pet. Let us go, since we are doing, we'll do the attack pet just to get speed. Now, you've got to understand something, guys. The Soul Reaper gear gives you bonus damage, okay? And when you enhance it, let's just have a look over here. When you enhance the Soul Reaper stuff, so look, it's the damage buff goes from a 10% to a 20% and increases your insta-kill chances. So as far as damage is concerned, this is going to do more damage than the Shadow gear. Okay, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. So here's the Elven Queen. And as you can see, it's just a one shot. It's just really pretty straightforward. Did I just miss there? Oh my God, I missed. I don't know. How did I miss? That is really strange. But that's with the Friendship Sword. If I change it, so we're going to have a look at different testing. So I'm going to go just at Scythe of Noctira. This is the maximum Scythe of Noctira. And I'm going to go, and by the way, there's something I have to tell you guys. I've now got 21,000 combat bonus. I just upped it. So there we go. That's better. So as you can see, I'm hitting for like 650, 670. But then I am doing the double damage every now and then. So getting that 900, and that double, not the double damage, so the insta kills. So there is the insta kills, a lot of insta kills happening. Okay, so probably not the best place to test. So now let's go to Amaran. And you can see I'm doing about 620 to 650 on Amaran. Okay, so 620 to 650 with that Scythe of Noctira. We're going to change it now. Let's go to Sword of Friendship once again. And you will see that it goes up to 950 or 1 million. So by far, the Friendship Sword, by far, if you want damage, it's going to be the Friendship Sword. Okay, so look how fast Amaran's going down. Having said that, the E3, if we have a look at the E3, I'll just take you to this section here. Where is the Scythe? It's got to be here somewhere. Okay, so just the first enhancement level, it increases your insta-kill to 5% in the Kingdom of the Gods. Now you wear that with all the Soul Reaper stuff, the enhanced Soul Reaper, and it just changes how often things are killed. You got your increased defense and health, and of course your 100% chance to always hit, which you're going to need in the Shadow Realm. Okay, so that's pretty much the testing there. If I go now, and for example, I go to the Shadow Realm, I don't have that much health, so I'll just do the zombie. Okay, as you can see, I'm doing great damage, but the problem being, I am missing a lot. Okay, and that's because I've got the Friendship Bow, the Friendship Sword. So what I would need to do is I would need to go, okay, I don't want to miss. That's Scythe. Let's use the Scythe 100%. Will not miss now. Even got a health bonus. And you will see now I've also increased the damage cap by 100,000 there. Should be hitting for 200,000, hitting for 300,000. So as far as, and I never miss. So the Scythe, the E3 Scythe is now OP. It really has completely change the way that you're going to look at this Shadow Realm. And the idea is that you get it enhanced up to that level. Thank you for the insta-kill there. Okay, all right. So now that's the Soul Reaper stuff. Now the insta-kill of the Shadow of the Soul Reaper stuff doesn't work in the Kingdom, in the Shadow Realm. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put the Shadow stuff on. Now before I do that, I'm going to take you through the Canosian stuff. So I'll put the pet on. So there's your Canosian stuff. The health is okay. The reason I've got the hat on is because it gives me more health and I need it. And I've got the E5 Canosian bow with the Canosian arrows. I'll go even one step further and put the shadow arrows just so that you guys can see it. Don't want to do double damage. Let's put my Shield of Amaran on, and the best thing that I could wear here actually to stay alive is a necklace, but I'm not going to put on the necklace because I'm going to do a bit of damage testing. So with the Elven Queen, so it's pretty quick, one shot kills pretty much, as you can see there. There are things I can do to make this quicker. Of course, I can put the Divine Protection Potion, which gives me the double damage, and I could change the Shield of Amaran to the Teddy Bear, which gives me double damage. Now, if I do decide to do that, you will see that she goes down a lot quicker. Okay, so there's a damage cap there. Okay, all right, well, let's go now and have a look at what happens. And I actually got to put the Shield of Amaranth back on again because I need that extra health in order to survive. And I will take on my shadow creature because I can use archery there. I can't use archery on the zombie or the shadow dragon. So I've hit the damage cap. It's pretty good. There's 100% accuracy on the E5 bow. He's healing, only doing 82,000 to me, but that's the speed and that's what's happening. Okay, so Canosian's still pretty good. Even if I go into the Kingdom of the Gods and fight Amaran, Canosian still is really good at taking down the gods. It's going to depend on where you go. All right, so not going to spend too much time on that, but what I will do is I'll go back to the shadow gear. As you can see, with the shadow gear, I can pretty much go anywhere I like. There is no restrictions in the shadow realm. I can wear all that gear and I'll get the relevant bonuses that I need depending on what weapon I'm carrying, whether it's a bow or whether it's a staff or whatever it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to equip all of that. So look, there's the cloak, there's the hood. There it is. I think I've got everything on there. And there we go. And I'm going to stick with the archery. Okay, I'm going to stick with the archery. I will get all of the bonuses. As you can see, with all the shadow gear, look at my health. So the shadow gear gives me insane health. It keeps me alive. All right, so we've got to do the shadow creature because I am on archery. As you can see, pretty fast. But once again, it's all about survivability. And once they one-shot you, they one-shot you. Even if you get down to almost killing it, it's futile. All right, so that's what's happening there. All right, so if I go into the Kingdom of the Gods, fight Amaran, you know, I'm doing quite a lot of damage there on Amaran. Look at that, 700,000, wow. Okay, and that's with my shadow set. One thing that I haven't got on that I do want to show you, which is even better, is the lantern. So the lantern also increases your damage cap in the Shadow Realm. It also has some insane stats. Just show you the stats one more time. Okay, there's insane stats with health, etc. Survivability. I've now got 122,000 health. So we're going to go. Let's go and have a look at Amaran now. Okay, 700,000. Just heal up a little bit. I'm just smashing him down. Okay. All right. So where the shadow gear shines is in this realm. You have to understand that the damage is not going to be the same. So, for example, if I go to there, you get 300,000. I can't get more. I can actually go up to 500,000 because the shadow. I do get that increased damage cap. But as you can see, there's really fast. I've still got that bow is really fast. Okay. All right, just let me kill him once to get a kill count. Bang. Sorry for potions. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try. So I've got full shadow gear, but I'm going to change it so that I have. Where is that? Oh, there it is. The bow of the shadows. Okay. So now the bow of the shadows. Let's go back into the shadow realm and fight the shadow creature. It's now 500,000. The damage cap has increased there to 500,000, like I said. But where the shadow gear and and that bow excel, as you can see, look how fast he's going down. But not only that, there is a chance to insta-kill. The insta-kill chance in the shadow realm. All right, it's pretty high. I think it's 2% insta-kill chance, and there's a 5%, I think, chance in the Kingdom of the Gods and a 15% chance everywhere else. Okay, so the shadow gear is incredibly important in the shadow realm. That's where it really, really excels. Okay, so you'll notice that because of the increased damage cap. Okay, so what we'll do now, go to the Kingdom of the Gods and see how all of the shadow gear fares. Okay, so damage is still pretty high, and there is insta-kill chances. So you'll see it. So I think it's 5%. There you go. There's another insta-kill. There's another insta-kill. There's another insta-kill. So if you're going, I mean, look at the gods. I mean, they're going down so far. Look at the insta-kills. Okay, so that is where the shadow gear and wearing that bow is also going to excel with the insta-kills. So as looking for DPS, yes, it's probably not hitting for more than the Sword of Friendship would hit in this realm, but the insta-kills make up for it. So if I now leave there and I go to the Immortal realm, okay, there's going to be insta-kills galore as well. There's a 15% chance. Okay, so there you go. There's all the insta-kills. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, now let's have a look at the staff. So the Staff of the Shadows, okay, now this is where the damage will drop a little bit, but once again, it's all about the insta-kills. I'll just put on Larry, the attack pet. And there's a lot of things you can do and a lot of things you can play around with. Okay, so there, you can see the damage has dropped to 400,000, but the insta-kills are there. Okay, so personally, I think the bow is better than the staff. But it's still pretty insane, okay? The speed is really quick, okay? She's going down very quick. Let's go to the Kingdom of the Gods. Let's have a look here. There we go, insta-kill straight away. So even though the damage is less, the insta-kill is straight away. But of course, there are things you can do to increase DPS if you really want. You know, I can just stick my Divine Protection on, and especially when I'm fighting here in the Kingdom of the Gods, oh yeah, I'll probably have the Lantern. Probably still have the Lantern instead of the Teddy Bear. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I would actually have the Teddy Bear for the double damage. I reckon that's what I would do if I'm in the Kingdom of the Gods. Let's have a look here what's going to happen with Amaran. No, the damage is less. The damage is less. In fact, if I was fighting with Amaran, probably go that Sword of Friendship, I would still say. Let's have a look at the Sword of Friendship. Yeah, 650,000, still very good. The friendship stuff is just amazing. Okay, so let's have a look here. I will now have a look at this with the Scythe Noctira, Kingdom of the Gods. Wow, damage is all over the place. 300,000, but I do get the double damage, and I do still have those insta-kills. So it's pretty insane. There you go. Not as fast kills, but the Shadow gear was more faster kills. So there you have it. So let's go Shadow again. There's your Staff of the Shadows, your Shadow Lantern, and I want to stress something too, that it's all about survivability in the Shadow realm. Now, what the Lantern also does is that it stops one of the insta-kills. So it adds, here's the Shadow Dragon, and it adds the effect of the Skull Shield, as you can see there. And there we go, insta-kill the Shadow Dragon twice in a row. Oh, there's another insta-kill. So you can see how OP the Shadow equipment actually is. Yep, if you're fighting in other realms, maybe it's best not to use it unless you're happy with the insta-kills. But if you are in the Shadow realm, this is the items that you want. Okay, so these are the items that you should be striving for because they are absolutely overpowered. Okay, the insta-kill chances and the survivability. Look, a Shadow Dragon, even though he's healing up, he's not lasting very long. Okay, so there you go. My kills keep, I don't know why, I think I keep, oh, there you go. So there I've been insta-killed myself, but the Lantern has saved me. Oh, wow, no, insta-killed twice in a row. So that's what happens with the Shadow Dragon. The insta-kill chance is a bit higher. So that's it. Look at that, all the Shadow gear. You guys can play around with all this stuff with you. You can put the Ultra Completion Cape, you can put the Necklace of Amaran if you want health, and I'm sure everybody's had a lot of fun playing around with it all. But I just thought I'd do a video showcasing the Shadow gear with the staff, and also the Shadow. I might do one more thing actually. Let me go for the Shadow bow. And let's have a look here. I've still got decent everything. I don't need that, but I will need that. Yeah, I wonder if I can still get to the 500,000 damage cap. Let's go to the Shadow crit. Yes, I can. And I'm hitting that damage cap every time. And I've still got heaps of speed. Wow. And I probably don't even need to use the arrows that I'm using. Let's see if I can just change up the arrow. What can I use? Let's just go for elven arrows. Let's see if I can hit the damage cap with elven arrows. That'd be impressive. Oh, I can still hit the damage cap with elven arrows. Okay. Let me see if I can hit the damage cap with platinum arrows. Platinum arrows. So they are pretty weak arrows, guys. Have a look. What can I do? 480. So very close. And I'm doing some insta-kills too. Look at this, guys. I'm wearing the shadow gear with platinum arrows. Platinum. Useless arrows. Look how much damage I'm still doing. So it's pretty crazy. Oh, I got insta-killed again. So the reason I got insta-killed straight away is because the 2-minute cooldown of the lantern hadn't finished. But once the 2-minute cooldown finishes, I'll be protected again. So there you have it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that little showcasing of the shadow gear and comparing it with all the other gear. There is so much more I could do. What I might do is I might split things into realms and do a few videos where I specifically focus on different places and all the different equipment in those places. So I might do Kingdom of the Gods for one video. I really want to have a look at all of the videos that I can do regarding damage and that, because this is one of the parts of the game that I really enjoy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this particular video showcasing all of that sort of stuff. And I'm looking forward to the next live stream, which will either be this weekend or the weekend after. We've got the Halloween event coming up too. I'm pumped. I don't know how Adam's doing all this work. He's pumped and I'm pumped. And we're doing the Halloween event. Will have some new stuff in it as well. It'll be so exciting. You guys are going to have plenty to do, I'll tell you that. So that's coming up soon. And I'll do an update video on the weekend and give you guys a chance to have a look at all of the new stuff coming in the new event. But until then, I'm Batchin. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.